Dear Peter Trembling, sir, madam, whoever you are. My name is Dre. You may remember me from my time at Notts County Football Club last week relating to my work experience, unless you have forgotten me, which is probably the most likely case. I am not writing to thank you or praise you in any way. In fact, I am disgusted by all of your behavior last week. After ringing you several times and having spent the past 25 minutes waiting for someone at Meadow Lane to pick up my telephone call, I have decided to abandon the idea and try emailing you instead. Perhaps you would be so kind as to pass this message on to your colleagues, in particular Sven Goran Eriksson and Sol Camper, by means of smoke signal, carrier pigeon, habo rollers or something. Just get this message across. As I'm writing this letter, there are 11 failed assholes at your club. I think you call them professionals, probably playing with each other's nipples and performing the luckman rape on one another as I speak. 6 of them seem happy enough to play a game which involves slapping your testicles against an iron gate with the force of a meteorite. This causes an earth-shattering clang, which rings throughout the entire building. This game, I believe, is now in its 3rd week, and as I am unsure how the scoring system works, I have no idea if it will end any time soon. How dare you perform such an act in front of a 15-year-old boy during his work experience? The remaining 5 useless excuses for rich Middle Eastern businessmen were happily rummaging through several bags of rubbish and items of furniture that someone so thoughtfully dumped beside the wheelie bins. Probably Darren Crow. I'd like to meet the motherfucker and shove a broom up his ass. One of them has found a tin of baked beans and is setting about a discarded chair like Kinky Keev's mum on speed. I fear that it's only a matter of time before they turn their limited attention to the bottle of Cala gas that is lying on its side between the 2 bins. If they could be relied on to only blow their own arms and legs off, then I would happily leave them to do it, because quite frankly I am in a position to even chop off my own arms and legs myself, as I am so furious with you. You might as well pour sulfuric acid in my eyeballs right now, before popping them out of my sockets and then feeding them to the rabbits with mixed mitosis that got dumped off in your club shop from Bramcott Park. I actually felt like ripping out my organs myself and then feeding them to the goddamn things. Do you have nothing better to do? I think not. What I suggest is this. After replying to this letter with worthless assurances that the matter is being looked into and will be dealt with, why not leave it until the one night of the year, probably gay night, when there are no Sven Goran Erikssons, Sol Campbells, tin of beans, or Alan Lowe's patrolling around, then drive up the street in a great fuck-off panda car before doing a 3-point turn and disappearing again. How can I forget the food you fed me last week? If you even want to call it food, it was a complete and utter shambles. When I said I went outside to ring my mum, I was lying. I was secretly barfing in your urinal next to the club shop. You know what? I was actually looking forward to my meal. I'll try and explain how this felt. Imagine being a 12-year-old boy, Peter. Now imagine it's Christmas morning and you sat there with your final present to open. It's a big one, and you know what it is. It's that brand new Lego set you picked out the catalogue and wrote to Santa about. Only you open the present and it's not in there. It's your hamster, Peter. It's your hamster in the box and it's not breathing. That's how I felt when I peeled back the foil and saw my crap excuse for an edible meal. The burnt sausages looked like 2 shriveled strips of cat shit, and the potato masher had obviously broken, and so it was decided the next best thing would be to pass the potatoes through the digestive tract of a bird. And you didn't even bother cooking the frozen peas that lay there staring me in the face on my so-called clean plate. I am totally offended by all of you. In fact, don't even bother writing back. When you get this letter, cram it up Campbell's ass. I trust that when I take a claw hammer or a chainsaw to the skull of one of these throwbacks at Notts County, you'll do me the same courtesy of giving me some Swedish meatballs before letting them do the luckman rape on me myself. You are a total disgrace. Thank you. My rant is now over. Goodbye.